tutorial we're going to explain how an infantry piece does movement. We've activated this platoon as number 2. We're going to say that number 1 is already finished and it's now number 2's activation. We're going to start with the squad element, and it's allowed to shoot, move, or rally in any order. We're going to say that this squad wants to start with its move action. He wants to get over into these woods over here, and he wants to avoid being shot at by these German machine guns using opportunity fire. So, movement means he can end up anywhere within 12 inches of where he started. Okay? Now that's a radius. He can take any path he wants as long as no point in the path is more than 12 inches from where he started. So he wants to go here, so he measures and says, well, that point is within 12 inches. He now designates his move. He says, I'm going to leave the woods here, move around this way, and enter over here. The German looks at that path and decides that he has no line of sight to any part of that path, so the American can make the move with no opportunity fire. The only other thing you need to know when you're doing the move is terrain crossings. In this situation, when he leaves the woods, he crosses this edge, so that counts as 1. He then moves his path and he crosses this edge and enter, and that is 2. He's allowed only 2, so he could not theoretically then cross this terrain line, because that would be 3. He'd have to stop right here. Now when he makes this move, he started with the leader touching. When he moves, the leader is allowed to be dragged along with him for the move. Now this does not count as the leader's activation. He can then go on to do his activations later. So for instance, he did his move. He could now shoot, but he has no targets. He could rally, but he's not broken. He would be finished. At this point, you could then say, well, I'm going to activate the leader. He could then move and spot and do so forth.
When reinforcements arrive, we start moving up.